Okay, year 10. The next few lessons are going to be involved with you making some spreadsheets based on a formula called VLookUp, an advanced formula that you will need to use to do a good job in your controlled assessment part of the spreadsheet, which will be coming up in the next few weeks. So getting to grips with this is really important. Okay, so let's go through this. So on the side here, we've got some descriptions of categories of things at the moment. We've got clothes. We've got a description of some clothes. We've got sizes and some colours, and each of them has been given an ID. Over here, for clothes, we want to look at what the ID number is in here and match its description. So I could do that manually. So I could look number 4, I could go across there. Number 4 is a hoodie, so I can go in there and I can type hoodie in there like that. Okay, so I did that manually. The VLOOKUP formula does exactly the same and is programmed by Excel to do it. You don't have to do this next step, but I like doing it because I find it much easier to write the formula. What I do is I name my tables. So these are these are the tables that I'm using the VLOOKUP. So what I do is I highlight the tables like that, but I don't include the heading. It's really important not to do that because it can cause problems with it, okay? So I'm going to highlight the tables like this, okay, across there. And up in the part where it says the formulas, if you click there and give it a name, so I'm going to call it clothes, and push enter, okay, you can see that it's clothes was up there. When you highlight that table again, you've got clothes. I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to highlight that table and I'm going to call it size, and I'm going to highlight this table and you guessed it, I'm going to call it color. Okay, push enter. Now I'm ready to go with this. Okay, so I'm going to click on the FX button here. Like I said before to you, I'm on a Mac. I've got a Mac at home, so it looks slightly different, but the formula builder should pop up. It won't be there. You need to type in VLOOKUP. V stands for vertical. Okay, vertical lookup. We'll click on that, find it, and you've got these 4 items in here. We're only going to concern ourselves with the 3 boxes here. We're going to leave this one blank. So the lookup value is the number that we are looking at. Remember when I did it manually, I was looking up number 4 and then I was going across the table and looking up 4 and returning hoodie. Okay, so the lookup value is B3, so we're going to look in there for number 4, and then the table array, funny name I know, but the table that we're using, if you remember, I called it clothes in there, that, and you can see it picks it up there for you. You can, if you don't name it, you can highlight the table like that as well. It's up to you. And you can see it picks it up as well in there. I'll leave it on there for not like that. And which column are we going to return? Well, this is where it gets a bit confusing because some students now are looking for column A, B, C. What we're looking at is this little table that we've made, the column in that. So we've got 1, 2 columns. So we want to return what's in column 2 of the table. So you can see, once I push done, okay, and I close that, you can see that the word hoodie has appeared there. Okay, the test is if I change that to 1, it's gone to jumper. So the formula, if I go back to it and how that's working, the lookup value is look in B3, okay, then look in the table that you've highlighted, G3 to H7, or clothes when I named it, okay, find the number that's in B3, which is 1, and match it and return column 2. So it looks in B3, then it goes across to the clothes table till it finds 3, and we want to return column number 2. I mean, if I return column number 1, the result will be the number because we're returning column number 1 in the table. Okay, 3 and 3. So I'm going to go back into the formula. So I'm going to go back up into here manually and I'm going to change it to the second one there. Okay, that's what it looks like manually. Equals VLOOKUP B3. Look at the value that's in B3, go across to the table called clothes that we named and find 3 and return the second column in there. Okay, so we'll do that again for this one here. I call that size, if you remember. in here. We call this size. I did highlight the top ones there, didn't I? Called it size. Should say size up in here. Okay, so that's fine. That works. So we're going to go into there for the result. VLookUp. Here, so the lookup value is that number there. In the table I called size, and again we want to return column number 2, which is where the description is. Okay, so let's have a look. So we're going to click done here, and there close the formula builder. So number 4 on there, look, notice 1 extra small, 3 there. Last one, we'll do this one. So it was called color. So formula function, VLookUp, lookup in there. We want to look in the color table, and we want to return column number 2. Click done. Go on here. Okay. Say we want to add an extra column to this ID. So I'm going to call this price. So you can have a go at this as well in here. Okay. So we're going to put price in there. I'm going to expand that across there, move to the center of that. Tidy it all up later. And I'm going to put some prices in for these. Okay. In there. With prices, we always do this. Some of you, when I've looked at your work, are not doing this. Always have currency on prices. Okay. This is the format painter. If you click on that there and click on the brush, you can paint the format on from the cell that you had selected, which is quite good. Don't want to spend too much time tidying this up now. Okay, so I want to put the price in here. Okay, for the third one. So what I'm going to do is go to VLookUp. I'm going to look up the value in there based on this table here. I'm just going to highlight it. This time it's the name in it. And this time, column 1, column 2, price is in column 3. So with a bit of luck, I'll click done. There you go. The price there is 12, and I can make that currency up in here. Okay. So have a go at doing this, and then there'll be some more examples for you to practice at. Remember, this is quite an important one to have for your coursework.